My name is Aidan Murphy. I originally started studying coral and growing coral and tropical fish because I had a freshwater fish tank, and over time that developed from 1 or 2 goldfish to like an entire ecosystem with live plants and stuff from all over the place, like the Amazon. I saw this video on YouTube and it was this guy doing the same thing but with coral, and he was not only making a lot of money, but he was also helping the environment because he would donate some of his coral to aquariums or replant it back out in the local reef where he lived down in Florida. So that inspired me to build my own little reef tank, and for 4 or 5 years I've been growing coral and fragging it and reconstructing reefs around the world. I spent 2 weeks in the Dominican Republic my senior year of high school. My brother and I went together along with a couple of people from my school. It was a few things that we did. One was a coastal cleanup, another was like humanitarian work, and then also in regards to the actual reefs, we were helping with storm cleanup. So anytime a storm passes through, it damages the barrier reef that protects the shoreline. So when that barrier is damaged, the rocks that build up the barrier get displaced. So we had to swim out about a half mile to a mile out to the barrier and dive down, collect these rocks and build up the barrier manually. And while doing that, if we saw fragments of coral where they shouldn't be, in the sand bed or wherever, we would collect them, sort them by species, and then artificially replant them in artificial reefs so that as they all grew together and nurtured each other, they could be planted in a real larger, more established reef later in their lives. I went to the Dominican Republic and I had found out, like, all right, this is what I want to do. This is good. This is a start. So I was looking at universities around my hometown in Walpole, Mass. Sacred Heart was the one university that I genuinely felt like I wasn't just a number on a spreadsheet. Somewhere along the lines there, Mark Beakey reached out to me and said, hey, we see that you've been to the Dominican Republic. We see that you grow coral. We would love to have you for our program. We're setting up a coral frag tank lab underneath one of our new residential buildings. We have a massive custom reef tank that is, state of the art. We'd love to include you in on that. And we also have a study abroad program that focuses around coastal marine science. Dingle was fantastic. It was the best 2.5 months of my life. Now that I've been abroad on the marine science semester abroad in Dingle, I have the time and the capability to just focus on my research and giving back to the university and the environment as a whole. So I've been working in the coral lab, doing research on Duncan corals out of southeastern China and Indonesia. They were, at one point, critically endangered and completely illegal to import or export out of any country. But through the efforts of hobbyists like myself and other people, we've been able to grow it so much and frag it and restore the natural populations of the coral so much that it's no longer endangered. The lessons I learn at Sacred Heart can help me make a meaningful impact that it will lead me to do work that is legitimately good for every single person in the world. It's a chance for me to do something meaningful that goes beyond personal gain. It's a chance for me to give back to the world. You can appreciate something and you can see it, but if it doesn't last, then what good is it? But if you can preserve that something and show it to future generations, then it can then inspire them to do something just as awesome. I'm Aidan Murphy, and I'm a coastal marine science pioneer.